I teach Political Science 5th, Unit 2. Today's topic is what is community according to the word community. A community is a social unit, a group of living things with commonality such as norms, religion, values, customs, or identity. Communities may share a sense of place situated in a given geographical area, that is, a country, village, town, or neighborhood, or in virtual space through communication platforms. Durable relations that extend beyond immediate genealogical ties also define a sense of community important to their identity, practice, and roles in social institutions such as family, home, work, government, society, or humanity at large. Although communities are usually small relations to personal social ties, community may also refer to large group affiliations such as national communities, international communities, and virtual communities. The English language word community derives from the word French community, currently community, which comes from the Latin communities, community, public spirit, from Latin communis, common. Human communities may share intent, belief, resources, preferences, needs, and risks in a common, affecting the identity of the participants and their degree of cohesiveness. Perceptions of various disciplines. Archaeological studies of social communities use the term community in two ways. Parallel usage in other areas. The first is an informal definition of community as a place where people used to live. In this sense, it is synonymous with the concept of an ancient settlement. Whether a hamlet, village, town, or city. The second meaning resembles the usage of the term in other social sciences. A community is a group of people living near one another who interact socially. Social interaction on a small scale can be difficult to identify with archaeological data. Most reconstructions of social communities by archaeologists rely on the principle that social interaction in the past was therefore, a small village settlement likely constituted a social community and spatial subdivision of cities, and other large settlements may have formed communities. Archaeologists typically use similarities in material culture from house types to sites of pottery to reconstruct communities in the past. The classification method relies on the assumption that people or households will share more similarities in the types and styles of their material goods with other members of a social community than they will with outsiders. Ecology community. In ecology, a community is an assembled of populations of different species interacting with one another. Community ecology is the branch of ecology that studies interactions between and among species. It considers how such interactions, along with interactions between species and a wider environment, affect community structure and species richness, diversity, and pattern of abundance. Species interact in three ways: competition, predation, and mutualism. Sense of community. In a seminal 1986 study, M.C. Milan and Chavis identified 4 elements of sense of community. 1. Membership, feeling of belonging or of sharing, a sense of personal relatedness. Number 2, influence, mattering, making a difference to a group and of group matters to its members. Number 3, reinforcement, integration and fulfillment of needs. Number 4, shared emotional connection. A sense of community index was developed by Chavis and colleagues and revised and adopted by others. Although originally designed to access sense of community in neighborhoods, the index has been adopted for use in schools, the workplace, and a variety of types of communities. Studies conducted by the APA includes that young adults who feel a sense of belonging in a community, particularly small communities, develop fewer psychiatric and depressive disorders than those who do not have the feeling of love and belonging. Socialization. The process of learning to adopt the behavior patterns of the community is called socialization. The most fertile time of socialization is usually the early stages of life, during which individuals develop the skills and knowledge and learn the roles necessary of actions within their culture and social environment. Community development. Community development is often linked with community work or community planning and may involve stakeholders, foundations, governments or contracted entities including non-government organizations, means NGOs, universities or government agencies to progress the social well-being of local, regional and sometimes national communities. More grassroots efforts called community building or community organization see the empower individuals and groups of people by providing them with the skills they need to effect change in their own communities. These skills often assist in building political power through the formation of large social groups working for the common agenda. Community development patterns must understand both how to work with individuals and how to affect communities for positions within the context of large social institutions. Public administrators, in contrast, need to understand community development in the context of rural and urban development, housing and economic development, and community organizational and business development. Formal aggregated program conducted by universities as part of degree granting institutions are often used to build a knowledge base to drive curricula in public administration, sociology and community studies.